In this video, we are going with method number 3 for beefing up these body shells. Method number 1 is a bit more known and proven to work well. It's the shoe goo with drywall tape. We've run it once pretty hard and it hasn't gotten messed up yet. Method number 2 was using the shoe goo without drywall tape because the drywall tape takes forever to apply. So it's definitely worth seeing how well it works without the drywall tape. This one we have not actually run since doing that, so that'll be coming up real soon. There's also already some minor damage on this one, and this shoe goo was applied after that damage. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss all the other cool stuff that we have planned. Method number 3 we're actually going to apply to both of these cars, which involves flexible rubber seal. This is Rust-Oleum, but they also have the very famous Flex Seal. So this is a brand new body. The other body this car came with got torn up really badly, really quickly. So it'll be interesting to see how long this one lasts with this stuff on there, because this one didn't last long at all. This one got destroyed the very first time we ran it, and that is, of course, in a video. And this one is the original body of this car, which we've had for quite a while, and it already has some pretty nasty cracks in it. So in an attempt to fix these cracks, we're going to put drywall tape right here, just along where that crack is, and then coat it with the flexible rubber coating. And we are about to bash these hard to make sure they get tested properly. The one other thing we're gonna do real quick on this car is use some JB Weld plastic epoxy to try to fix this shock tower right here. Tie it together here with a pipe cleaner. Make sure it's real tight. That should be relatively dry in 5 minutes, but we're definitely gonna let that sit overnight. Start off spraying some cleaner. This is a degreaser. These spots are not dirt. These are just where the paint has worn off of the inside of the body. It'll definitely be cool to see if this strengthens this body up enough to keep the cracks from getting worse. Now, I'm actually gonna put some hot glue on the outside of this crack. That's just gonna help hold both pieces of the body flat to each other, and then once everything gets applied and dried on the inside, you can peel the glue off of the outside of the body. This does specifically say not to shake it and to make sure you stir it slowly. If this exact stuff is still available, I'll put a link for it in the description. And I am going to put a layer of this stuff on before the drywall tape. Now this stuff is quite a bit thinner than I expected it to be, so it's gonna need a second coat to be durable. And apply the drywall tape, push it down into the liquid rubber. Doing the same thing with the other crack. All right, go ahead and apply the rubber over the tape and to the rest of the body. We'll let it dry for a little bit and then we'll do our second coat. I got the clear stuff so that it didn't block the view of the windows. And I guess if I had black, it would just look like they were tinted and that'd be all right. Applying it to the other car's body shell. Really, as thin as this stuff is, I have trouble believing that it stops leaks fast. And good morning. We let these dry overnight. I actually went ahead and did a second coat on both of them. Even with 2 coats, this stuff's really thin. So I really am not expecting this to be that great of a repair. Maybe there's some of this stuff that's thicker out there. Maybe Flex Seal is actually thicker, but this just isn't that thick. So I'm not expecting it to do well, but it does coat and it sticks nicely. It definitely adds to the body, so it will help. It's just a question of how much, so we're gonna find out. To help these dry, I also stood them up like this and put them in front of a fan for a few hours, and they definitely are about as cured as they're gonna get. My epoxy is also dry from our shock tower repair. Part of the fuzzy white pipe cleaner got stuck to it. Adds character. Now we can call this car Fuzzy.
Hi, Fuzzy.
We're gonna run the 16890 with the newly reinforced body, and we are going to put these larger tires on this 18859, and of course, run that as well and see how well the bodies hold up. Plus, it's just gonna be a super sweet bash.
And also, I'm going to try and land a triple front flip.
All right, let's swap these tires. This left rear has a bent shock. Got to straighten that because it's binding up. All better. And don't forget to hit that like button. Oh, right on that caster. Oh. Good. Whoops. These bodies are definitely getting tested. Oh man, what? That shock tower broke the rest of the way. Well, actually it broke somewhere else. Oh, and the body got pushed in really bad right here.
And then you're gonna fix it?
Well, I mean, that's a really good sign. It didn't actually crack. No breakages yet on the body. We broke a rear shock mount in a different place than where we fixed it. And it's not moving. Oh, we just blew a wheel out. I think I have an extra one. We've had these on a couple other cars that are heavier than this one, and this little tiny car busted it. Well, we got another. Just a quick update. So far, there are no new breakages on either body, and the cracks that we fixed on this one have not come back. They're still holding together. And then this one that we know from the purple one that we used to have on it broke really easily, and it's still in completely one piece. So far, I am actually quite impressed. Remember, you gotta have more speed, dude, bro.
I know.
Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Gosh, it would not correct itself. Are you kidding? Good job.
I got it.
That was... I honestly have no idea what happened, so I can't wait to watch that. I think that was another double backflip. Yeah. We do have one little split forming there on the very back of the body on this car. All right, check this out. Is that a good one?
No.
I lost something somewhere. Oh yeah. Look at that, blew apart the rear differential. Ah, we are now front wheel drive only. Front tire fire. Oh yeah. Well, that was intense. This one took a crazy beating. Really, they both did, but I think this one took a worse one. So let's check out that rear differential that's blown out, and we're gonna look at the bodies on both of these, because that's what we really want to know.
The cracks are still tight.
Yeah, the cracks are still good. That crack repair so far worked really well. And let's see, this body, as old and junky as it is, still looks really good. Those cracks held up beautifully, so that's awesome, and nothing new showed up. Now this one, I already showed you that one split in the rear. It definitely made it to a good, almost an inch. That's probably about, what, 1,000 millimeters for you sensible metric folks. There's a little damage here from where it just got pushed in. I will say that this body looks much better than this one.
Look at this. All damaged cracks.
All damaged cracks, exactly. I zip tied this shock tower so it wasn't flopping around so bad. That actually broke in a different place that we used the epoxy, but the epoxy did not hold up either. And then this broke off from right there. Let's see what a quick teardown reveals about this differential. These cups are held in with an exterior screw. See if we can tighten it up. So it didn't actually blow apart. That's all that it was. I'm gonna have to degrease it and put some Loctite, because those are definitely, they only screw in a couple of turns. That is pretty cool. You can replace these from the outside if one of them were to break. Usually you gotta break down the whole differential to replace these. So I'm gonna get those screws Loctited up, but anyway, method number 3, I feel like worked pretty well. Definitely not as good as the shoe goo and drywall tape, but method number 4 will probably be better than this one. I would say that this is useful because it's so quick to apply, but you still have to let it dry. The shoe goo needed about 3 days to dry. This stuff dried in about 12 hours with a fan on it. So I would recommend this for the cheaper bodies that you don't really want to put as much time into. Anyway, I'd still say it was effective, so we'll see you guys on the next one.